Hey, it's Steven with Parts Doctor. In this video, I'm going to show you how to disassemble some of the key components on this Fisher Paykel washing machine. Listed in the description below are video links and timestamps to the components that we'll be covering. Let's get started. First, we're going to show you how to remove the water inlet valve.
For this repair, disconnect power and the water supply to the washer. First, remove the lid by opening it, grasping on both sides, and pulling in an upward motion. With access to the back of the washing machine, remove these two Phillips screws on the control panel. Then, tilt the cover forward and disconnect the electrical connector by depressing the locking tab and set it aside. Before disconnecting the electrical connectors on the valve, take a photo in case you need to reference it later. Next, disconnect the electrical connectors by depressing the locking tab and sliding them out. Then, trace the green and yellow wire and remove it from the control module by pulling it out. Also, trace the black wire and disconnect it by depressing the locking tab and remove it from the retainers. Now, remove the two Phillips screws. Next, firmly grasp under the valve and on the waterline fittings and lift up. You'll need to use some force to release it from the seals. Tilt out and up to remove.
Next, we'll show how to remove the washer fill spray nozzle.
For this repair, disconnect power and the water supply to the washer. First, remove the lid by opening it, grasping on both sides, and pulling in an upward motion. Next, pop out these two plastic covers with a flat blade screwdriver. Then, remove the two Phillips screws. Now, grab the front of the top panel, lift up, and tilt back, then use something to prop it open. Next, remove the Phillips screw on the spray nozzle. Then, grip the rubber fitting and twist and pull on the nozzle until it releases.
Next, we're going to show you how to remove the suspension rods.
For this repair, unplug or disconnect power to the washer. First, remove the lid by opening it, grasping on both sides, and pulling in an upward motion. Next, pop out these two plastic covers with a flat blade screwdriver. Then, remove the two Phillips screws. Now, grab the front of the top panel, lift up, and tilt back. You may need to secure the panel to ensure that it doesn't fall backwards. Then, remove the strap off of the suspension rod by grabbing it and lifting up. While working in this area, be careful as we will be working around some sharp edges. Next, with one hand firmly grasp the inside of the tub assembly near the rod you're removing, lift up on the tub, then with your other hand, lift up on the rod hanger until it clears the cabinet. While supporting the suspension rod in one hand and a flat blade screwdriver in the other, reach down inside the cabinet and press the red retainer to remove the rod from the outer tub. Now remove the rod assembly by lowering it down, then lifting up.
Now, we'll show you how to remove the control module.
For this repair, unplug or disconnect power to the washer. The first thing we'll need to do is start by removing the lid. To do this, open up the lid, grab both sides of it, and pull it straight up to release it and set it aside. With the lid removed, we'll next remove the two Phillips screws here and here on the back side of the control panel. With the two screws removed, you can now rotate the control panel forward and disconnect this electrical plug. Pull down on the retaining tab while pulling out on the plug to remove it. Now set the control panel aside. Before disconnecting any of the wires, take a quick picture to reference later if necessary. Start on one side of the circuit board and start disconnecting the wires and working your way around. To release this grounding wire, depress this locking tab and pull on it to release it. If you can't reach one of the locking tabs with your finger, use a small screwdriver to help you depress it while you remove it. Now we'll disconnect the pressure hose, squeeze the clamp, and move it up. Now remove the hose out of the retaining clips, and then pull on it to release it. This may require some force. This hose is what senses the water level inside of the tub of the washer, so it's very important that this hose is connected securely and it doesn't have any holes or leaks in it. If it does, it could flood your house. Now we'll need to disconnect the wires from the retaining clips to release the wiring harness. Now we can release the control module by depressing this locking clip and pulling up on the front of it, then tilting it up and out to remove.
Next, we'll show you how to remove the drain pump. For this repair, unplug or disconnect power and the water supply to the washer. If your washing machine is no longer draining the water after the wash cycle, you may have a bad or faulty drain pump. The drain pump is located on the bottom of the washing machine, so the very first thing you want to do is make sure all the water is drained out of the washer and the drain hose. Also, make sure you have a towel handy in case you spill any water. To ensure it's drained, use a wet dry vac and place over the drain hose to suck all the water out. With room to tip your washer, we'll tip it on this side to give us better access to the drain pump. With access to the drain pump, the first thing we'll do is disconnect and remove the two hoses. To remove the hose, squeeze the clamp, slide it up the hose, then grab the hose and twist and pull to remove it from the drain pump. To remove this hose, squeeze the clamp, slide it up the fitting. Before you can remove this water line from the drain pump, you need to press up on the elbow to release it from this retainer. Then you should be able to pull the fitting off of the drain pump. It may be a little tricky to release the line from the retainer. Now remove the electrical cover by pulling out the back and sliding out. Now pull the electrical connector out of the retainer, depress the locking tab, ours is broken off, and disconnect the electrical connector. Now disconnect the ground wire by pulling the harness out of the retainer and pulling the two wires apart. Then remove the wires from the two retainers. Next, remove the two screws holding the drain pump to the tub. Now, grab the drain pump and gently wiggle and pull towards you to release it from the tub. As you can see, this is what caused the drain pump on this washing machine to fail. Now, we'll show you how to remove the lid lock. For this repair, unplug or disconnect power to the washer. With the lid open, first thing you need to do is remove the screw covers to gain access to the screws. Now, grab onto the lid and lift it off to remove. Now, you need to get access to the back so we can remove two of the screws on the back of the control panel. Now, you can rotate the panel up, lift off, and disconnect this wire. To To disconnect it, depress the tab and gently wiggle the wire until it releases. Next, locate the wire that says lid and disconnect that one. Then, carefully remove the wire from the retainers. If needed, remove some of the other hoses and wires out of the way to get access to the lid lock wire. Then pull the foam out of the way and pry back on this wire protector to remove it. Now we can lift up on the front of the top cover to get access to the wires. This black wire here is the lid lock wire. What we need to do is snake it through, which may take a lot of effort, making sure that you do not damage this clear hose at all. Because if this hose gets damaged, kinked, or punctured, that checks the water level inside of the washer, and if it's damaged, it may cause your washer to overfill and flood your laundry room. So this step, again, like I said, might take a little while to snake that wire through. Just be patient and make sure not to damage or kink anything. Now with that step done, we'll continue to remove the wire from all the retainers. Finally, remove the screw securing the lid lock to the top cover. Then, tilt the bottom of it out and down to remove. So that's it for this video. If you need any parts for your appliance, you can check out our website, partsdoctor.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. You want to make sure you're searching with the model number from the tag on your washing machine to make sure you get the correct part. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, and if you like fixing things, please consider subscribing.